The Minnesota Twins are trying their damnedest to get your your butts into the stadium. Stick around to learn more about some of their fan-friendly ticket packages. Earlier this week, the Minnesota Twins announced two fan-friendly ticket packages for the upcoming 2026 season. Both of these packages have one clear goal in mind: get people or your wallets into the stadium this year. Clearly, after the last few years, the Twins ownership has finally figured out that they have lost a lot of trust and good faith with the Minnesota Twins fan base. And so this may be one step in the right direction of getting fans to A, trust them, but B, also to get those attendance numbers up at Target Field. At the end of the day, there are some projection models that still project the Twins to be a roughly 500 ball club. In fact, Fangraphs just released their projections and have them at an 80-82 record, finishing second place in the AL Central. Now, that will be well outside of a playoff spot, but again, after the fire sale last year, it isn't expected that this team is going to be a complete pushover. And so you might find it of interest to get to some games. Now, the first package is not new. It's the Twins Pass, introduced ahead of the 2019 season. This is the 8th year the Twins Pass has been in play. But there is one significant change to that this year. You can sign up for a monthly or all-in, all-season pass. And the significant change is actually the price. And it's going in the opposite direction of what you might think, the opposite direction of everything else in the world. The Twins Pass has gotten cheaper for the 2026 season. You can sign up for the monthly pass, which is a $49 commitment each month. The first month that you sign up, there is a $5 processing fee, but that is a one-time fee. That is down $10 from last year. And if you sign up for that package, it does not include opening day, but it includes all other 80 other games, and you would be paying slightly over $3 per game. Or you could opt for the all-in year-long pass, which does include opening day. And that pass this year is an astonishing $229. And if you subscribed or paid attention last year, that's nearly $100 cheaper than the pass was last season, with the exact same amount of perks. So if you were to sign up for the all-in pass, again, not only would you get opening day, but your average ticket price drops to below $3. It would be right around $2.83, if I remember correctly, per game. And again, that includes opening day. Now, one thing to make sure to point out, which has always been the case, is that even if you do the all-in, all-season pass, you do not get any sort of season ticket holder benefits. You don't get playoff priority, nothing like that. You don't even get a seat, if you might recall. These are ballpark entry or standing room ticket options only. Now, one thing that you do have the opportunity to do is to buy a seat upgrade. So if you do go to a game using the Twins Pass and you decide you would like to sit to enjoy the game, you do have that option, although that is going to cost you an additional amount. So the Twins Pass, basically everything is status quo except for the price, and that price actually got better for Twins fans ahead of the 2026 season. And then we have something new, the Triple Play Bundle. Basically a buy 2 games, get 1 free, but it's not quite that simple. There are some stipulations here. First of all, the 2 games that you are buying, one of them has to be from a premium set of games. So that's where you're going to see teams like the Dodgers in there and things like that. The second game that you buy has to be from a select grouping of teams. And so the Toronto Blue Jays fall into that group. The one thing I will say, considering that the Toronto Blue Jays are defending champions, runner-up of the defending champions, they had a pretty good offseason, so they should theoretically be good again this year. There doesn't really seem to be a clear rhyme or reason as to which games were premium or which games were select. In fact, in that premium category, Angels and Athletics games were included in there for some reason. But albeit, you will need to buy one listing of premium games that does include the home opener if you would plan on attending that. You will have to buy one set of tickets to the select games, and then from there you have a limited number of games that you can get a free game ticket to. Now, here's the interesting thing to kind of pay attention to, and there's no insider information here. This is just complete speculation. As I said, there are some random things going on in the premium category. For example, the Chicago White Sox come to town on a Saturday. That is just that game, not the whole weekend, not the whole series, just that game is considered a premium game. So is that going to be a special event, a promotion of some sort? They haven't released that schedule yet, but again, I'm just speculating that might be the case. Same thing in the select category. If you were to scroll through those games, you'll find like the Cincinnati Reds come to town. They're a fine team, but again, it's not that whole series. There is one single Saturday game where the Cincinnati Reds come to town that are in that select category of games. So again, that makes you wonder, is that going to end up being some sort of promotion, some sort of special event, some sort of theme game? Just something to keep an eye out for. And then of the free games, again, a lot of them are teams that you're not going to be super excited to see. But one team of note is the Boston Red Sox in that free set of games. So again, there doesn't seem to be a super clear rhyme or reason as to why games are premium, select, and then in that free category. But regardless, it is a great opportunity if you are subjecting yourself to 3 or more Twins games this year. You do have a limited time opportunity to buy 2 games and get 1 free. So again, tongue-in-cheek here a little bit, but the Twins want you, maybe just your wallets, in the stadium this year. Whether you want to view this as kind of a pessimistic move, again, just trying to get you into the stadium to buy concessions, to buy merchandise and things like that. That's one way to look at it. Otherwise, maybe this is good faith decision here, trying to buy back some trust and trying to buy back some goodwill from the Minnesota Twins fans. Either way, I'd love to hear your thoughts on these ticket packages. Do you plan on signing up for the Twins Pass, the month-long or the all-in pass? Do you plan on taking advantage of the buy 2, get 1 game free? Let us know in the comments and visit twinsdaily.com for more.